Hello and welcome to our viewers from across the globe. My name is Amaka Beke, the host of Legacy. And today we have a very sensitive topic regarding a boy who died, a boarding student who died in Lagos at Darwin College. Darwin College is a co-educational system where students, both girls and boys, go to the same attend the same school, and likewise have boarding houses where they live during the time of school. And personally, I went through the boarding system in Nigeria, and so is my amiable, wonderful guest, Dr. Antonia Chukwu. Dr. Antonia Chukwu is joining us from Awka, Anambra State. Of course, it's daytime in Canada, where I reside, and it's evening in Awka, Anambra State. And Antonia Chukwu also experienced boarding system because she attended a boarding school during her time in high school, as well as has put her children through boarding system in Nigeria. Dr. Antonia, please could you introduce yourself to our viewers across the globe? Thank you.
Hello, viewers. My name is Antonia Ifrem Chukwu, PhD. I am a lecturer in the Department of Igbo, African and Communication Studies. I am a mother of two. I have two of them in the boarding house in two different secondary schools.
Wow. Welcome again, and welcome our viewers wherever you're joining us from. You're very welcome. We appreciate your viewing. We appreciate your support, no matter how little. And thanks to our subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Let's jump right into this conversation because it's not a very good experience for any family, for any parents, for any siblings to have their young one taken away from them by something that could have been avoided. So the person we are talking about today is late Master Sylvester Oromoni from Delta State, Nigeria, whose tragic end came shortly after he had been inflicted pain by his fellow students who are said to be older students / senior students in the college where they all attended. The storyline went like this, or goes like this, that Master Oromoni, late Master Oromoni, had been going through bullying by these students and some other students, I guess. And one night he was beaten up by these students, a few students in the college. And from him being beaten up, he was given a substance, a very strong, I think, dangerous substance that he had to swallow. And he got sick. And there are videos, there are pictures of him during his last moments alive. And sadly, he passed away the day before his 12th birthday. So, Dr. Chukwu, what do you think may have caused this problem?
The causes, I would say, can be divided into two. One is nature, and the other one is nurture.
Wow.
Yes. The nature part of it is the environment where the child grew up and where the child later finds himself in school. That is the very area or the very school he is attending.
Yes.
Now, let us look at the nature of the place he grew up.
Yes.
The environment he grew up.
Yeah.
Is it a peaceful environment or a violent one?
Yeah. And we are really you're speaking regarding the students who may have inflicted this
yes,
pain on the late Oromoni, yes,
and those that are bullying
him,
students himself. Where did they grew up?
Great.
The environment they grew up, because these bullies, it's always that they grew up in a very violent environment. Maybe their parents are maltreating their domestic servants.
Helps.
Yes. Then they will take it that everybody should, except them, should be maltreated. That is why when they now find themselves in the dormitory boarding houses, they will now extend that their parental behavior to other students.
Yeah. Hold that thought for a moment. Hold that thought. It's important to note that Dowen College, which is the school that this boy had attended prior to his death, which also had other students who inflicted this pain on him.
Maybe.
Mind you, this college is located in, at Lekki Phase 1, Lagos. Lekki Phase 1 is known to be an affluent neighborhood. This is a place where the rich and the above average in the society live and send their children to school. The school itself is not a cheap school.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they are affluent or not, but the very environment where they are staying, what is happening there? Are their parents aware of what is happening inside that very environment?
Yeah.
Because if you look at what happened that led to the Sylvester's death, accounts are now being given that it has been happening. So also in my child's school, that very environment, when you come in there, you start behaving according to that very environment. That is why I say nature.
You're saying that the school did not do their home, they do not do their homework.
Yes, properly. They are not doing their work.
They don't set up rules that guide students.
Even if they set it up,
they are not monitoring it.
They are not observant enough.
Right.
That's those teachers, like in my son's school.
Yeah.
When the guardian and the form teacher were called, they started giving excuses. Okay, take for instance. Yes, they started
defending themselves.
Yes, defending themselves. I told the guardian, have you not been watching this boy? He said, he used to come and collect money every Monday. Have you been observing his face?
Observing him.
Yes. They are not taking good care of them. They don't. Maybe the students are many that they cannot just watch over them as required. So that is why I said nature, the environment now, then nurture, both of the parents, the attitude of the parents and the attitude of the teachers.
Yeah.
Bullying, extending it from parents to children and from teachers or even the senior to the other ones. Because I was punished, therefore I must punish
another
one that is coming ahead.
Yeah.
But all these things should have been stopped by the authority of the school.
The school authority, yes.
Rules and regulations. Even in my son's school, every term they will write no fagging, no bullying, no stealing, no this thing. But it is going on and on.
Exactly.
It is going on and on. Every time they will write it in the newsletter and give us no fagging, no bullying, no stealing. If your child still with, just give these children commensurate punishment, and all these things will
stop.
Send them back to their parents. In short, expel them.
Yeah.
If I am the principal, I will expel a student.
Or suspend them
immediately.
Yeah.
But see, most of the school management are almost always out there to make money and not for the welfare of the children. And that is why it continues. They don't want to lose customers.
Another thing I'm going to say, because this is real talk. This is real talk. I really want us to understand where that a lot of things constitute to the cause of this boy's death. The society is one of those things. The parents of either children, the school system, the academic system and all, and including the staff of the school. First and foremost, we both attended boarding schools. I do not recall a time when students were bullying me, whether same set or older set. I do not also recall where seniors would so much punish nor bully to a point where, like to a pulp, much less that the parents are now invited, my parents or whoever parents are now invited and everything. Why is it that what happened all of a sudden? Of course, I know it's not the same story for every school, even during our time. It's not the same story, but what's going on? What happened all of a sudden? Why is school no longer a safe nest for children who go to school?
I think that too.
You know, I'm saying, why is school no longer a safe net? A safe nest?
A safe place.
Yes.
Well, I would say that things are changing. Things are changing. It is no longer, let me use this phrase, business as usual. Things are now changing. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, parents do not have time for their children again.
As they used
They don't have, everybody is now busy doing one thing or the other. So the parents should create more time for their children to know their problem. Like when a child say that I'm not going back to that dormitory.
Yeah.
Maybe someone is threatening or frightening him.
Yeah.
What do? You take out time, ask him questions. Yeah, sit him down, talk to him or her intimately to know his or her problem. And when you detect it, if it is something like bullying, my dear, go to that school. Go to that school immediately and sort it out with the
But you and I know that there are times when parents themselves feel small where other parents are in terms of financial prowess or social status of other parents. So not every parent is rich or equally rich or at the same level of socioeconomic prowess. In this school, for instance, we know that any child in that school comes from an above average household in terms of financial, capability or capacity. Why is it that some parents don't stand up for their children? Or because, there are many stories out there regarding this one problem. There are many stories. Part of the story is that the late Oromoni, Sylvester, had reported to his parents that he was being bullied at school. We don't know if he chose to continue at the school or chose to leave the school, but what happened? Why did the parent not take action? Why do you think the parents did not take action?
Maybe they considered the money they paid for the enrollment.
Oh.
Or they still needed to say that my son is in this very particular school because it is. But
yes.
For me, my own son is in a government secondary school.
Yeah.
It's a government secondary school.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't mind. In short, I don't even mind if it is the principal or even the teacher. Why should I send my son or why should I send my child to a school that I cannot talk to the principal to air my view or to just to state how I feel?
Exactly.
I cannot. Even the parents there, you gave birth to your child, and I gave birth to my own child.
Yep.
The same 9 months.
Yeah.
I cannot belittle myself in front of anybody. Why should I?
Some are not even up to 9 months. Some are 6 months and 7.
I'm even ready to fight. After fighting, just go out and kill me. But inside that very place, we died there.
Yeah.
For Niger tongue. Yes, we died there.
Yeah. Another thing is, I find it a little, would I call it interesting or disturbing that the parents of the late Sylvester Oromoni, they live in Warri, Delta State, which is the state where they come from, where they are indigenous of that state, of Warri, Delta State. And this school is all the way in Lagos State. Are there no equally good schools in Delta State that they have to put this boy? And I'm not saying that you cannot choose any schools for your children, but my point is, if there is already a problem with this school, just as you have said, why leave the boy at the school? Because first, he's far away from you. You know, it's an interstate travel.
That is why I used to tell those that I'm friendly with, don't send your child to a school that will take you 3 hours to reach.
Oh.
Don't even try it.
Because anything can happen. Your presence may be needed.
One of our schoolmates
urgently
sent her son all the way from Lagos to the school my son is. And I asked her, how will you be visiting this boy? He said, no, I can't visit him. He will have to manage. I say, your son has to manage every visiting day. You will just leave him. Have you ever come there on a visiting day to see how all these children will come out and be waiting for their parents, and your own will stay there from morning till 5 p.m. and you will not come. Don't try it. When was it 2007 that there was a crash at Port Harcourt? Then they opened the.
It wasn't 2007. I think it was. Was there another crash 2007?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't believe it was before 2007.
I saw it on television then. I was staying also my son. My husband said, hey, my son will go to that very place at Port Harcourt. I say, from Oka to Port Harcourt. Assuming you are called that he's sick. Because I know lecturers don't have much money. Will you now go to Enugu, then take a flight to Port Harcourt?
Yeah.
All these things, you have to consider all these things before sending your child
away,
very far away. And small children for that. If it is university, you will know that person can now manage.
Is grown up.
But secondary school, please keep your child very close to yourself, so that if the management calls you, your child is sick, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, you are there. Because in some cases, it will require urgent and emergency cases, and you have to sign. Who will now sign?
Yeah.
So it is very wrong to send a child, in short, secondary school children, far away from their parents. Please keep them in the same state or nearby states with you, so that you can ply the road safely and faster in case of emergency.
In case of emergency. I think this is an eye-opener for all parents. I went through the boarding system, and my parents were far away from home. My boarding system was, considered, I would say, was situated, quote unquote, at home. This home, by the way, is not where my parents live. My parents live far away in the north, while I was in the east. And just like you said, on visiting days, I would sit all day with my friends, because I know I'm not expecting anyone. And hardly would anyone show up. I only had maybe twice, 2 times visitation during visiting days. But other times, of course, I would have the visits, but not on visiting days. So I was never always looking out to seeing my parents on visiting days, because I knew, that they lived very far away. But the point is that if it was not a safe nest for me, my parents wouldn't have left me there. There is no way, because they have to have peace at home, knowing that they've put me in a responsible institution, and that the institution has a set down policy and order in a way that the students are monitored. And thank goodness also it was a Catholic school, and we had a convent in the school. So I think there were so many reasons why ours was a safeness. You know, at the same time, I am looking and thinking boarding system is good for my children as well, but unfortunately not with this you know, reoccurring events. This is not an isolated event, by the way. A lot of students, a lot of schools have recorded bullying among students in boarding houses. Why bullying in boarding houses? This is not right. And how about the parents who gave birth to these kids who are bullying other students? Parents, please love your children. I think when you give love to your children, they have nothing else to give when they go out there but love.
Well, there is a Latin saying that says that nemo dat quod non habet. Nobody gives what he hasn't.
They don't have.
So parents, first of all, should discipline themselves, because all these social vices, they stems from home.
Yes.
It is when a parent cautions his or her child,
yeah,
that he will now start behaving accordingly. You see, Pope Benedict XVI says that there is no perfect family, there is no perfect marriage, and there is no perfect husband or wife.
Yeah.
Okay, let's assume that there is no perfect family, but try as much as possible to train the children God gives you as parents. You understand?
Yeah.
Train them very well and constantly inform or teach them that bullying can lead to someone's death, like in this case. Because to tell you the fact, these children that killed this boy did not know that he's going to die.
They did not mean to kill him.
To die.
We know that, yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They were just enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Showing might.
Yeah.
We have done it. We have done it. So you will succumb to our...
But the question is, where did they get a hold of the substance they gave to this boy to drink? Where did they get that, whatever they gave him to drink, the substance?
Maybe it is something like cleaning agents they used to, for cleaning
the floor.
Maybe their toilet or so, yes.
Or maybe it was bleach
because
that
it
they used
happened
for washing
in my
clothes.
son's school.
Or maybe bleach, that they used for washing.
Or even happy.
Wondering.
It happened in my son's school. The senior prefect just raped a boy. And when the boy reported him, he just, not the senior prefect, the deputy senior prefect, he now took all the cleaning agents and mixed it in his tea and drank. They rushed
what happened to him?
Hospital and flushed it out. It is all these cleaning agents that they forced down.
They must have given the boy the Oromoni.
Yes, because I don't think the school management will allow any chemical from them. It is the cleaning agents that they used to keep maybe in the toilets or in the storehouse.
Yeah, that they must have given to him.
Yes.
I am glad to add here that reports coming out from the legal system that have already taken over the case, the matter, plus the police is that the boys who were alleged to inflict this pain on him and on the late Sylvester have all been arrested. Been arraigned. That's a great would I say information.
But I don't think they are up to 18 years.
Well,
are they up to 18 years?
You know, I think the outrage initially, and I think where I personally became outraged is that we are talking about these things and these kids are still at large. You know, their parents are there. If you are not able to find the boys, find their parents. Are we trying to say that they don't know who did this, the boys who did this? I don't believe that, but I'm glad to hear that they've all been arraigned. So now the system will the authorities will take care of that part. Because I personally got really, really mad.
Pain.
The fact, yes, the fact that no arrests have been made. I don't like, that's the first thing you do. You don't find the kids, find their parents, find their parents, find the kids, you know, and people are all outraged talking about the school, shut down the school, yes, shut down the school. That should come secondary. You know, it's not the school did, you know, they failed the boy. The school system failed this young man, but the parents of the men, the young men who inflicted this pain on this boy, failed their children, even largely so. Because how do you raise a child that goes out there and forms a team and starts inflicting pain or injury, not just pain and injury, but also bullying, even verbal bullying, verbal abuse, getting chemical. Okay, let me just put this out there. I have 3 amazing children, you know, thankfully they're girls, you know, I don't know what difference that makes. But when I say thankfully, is that it's like I kind of have a good control, a good handle of them. And what have happened between conversations that me and my girls have had a few times, they come home and they say, oh, how was school today? And they tell me things. And whenever they say something like, oh, that they and their friends were laughing at someone, I say, no, that's bullying. Stop the children right there. But you cannot stop your child if you haven't checked in with them to know how their school, you know, how that day at school has been, you know, because if you didn't ask them, they probably won't tell you. When you ask them, kids don't know how to lie. They tell you the truth. And when they tell you the truth, from little things, begin to control them. Begin to teach them, begin to, you know, chastise them. Begin to teach them, begin to chastise them. If your kids know that this is wrong, they probably won't repeat it. But if you never said anything because you didn't know, or you know and you turn a blind eye or turn a deaf ear, then something worse.
Or you condone all the evil things. Yes. You condone every evil.
You can't condone wrong of your children. You don't condone wrong from your children once you condone, because they are children. They don't know any better. They don't know any better. Look at what these children have done now. Is that what you send them to school to do?
No.
And in our culture and / community, sometimes we don't raise children the same. The girls are more disciplined than the boys. Who is doing this? This is a failure of parents. This is a parental flaws. Yeah. Teach children equally. Teach them discipline equally. Teach them love and kindness equally. Teach them respect and obedience equally.
You've said it all. As a parent, we all have a very great job to do. That is taxing job, because
yes, it is taxing.
Very taxing job.
Yeah.
Because some we train after training and they will join
something else.
That is why I said nature. They would now join the environment.
Yeah.
And many will be, let me use this word, converted to that very behavior.
Yeah, because kids have a way of influencing other kids. Peer pressure.
Yes.
Peer
influence.
Yeah.
And you know, all these children are still in their teens. Adolescents to teens.
Yeah. They all live on like 10 years old.
Yes. They can easily copy what others are doing.
They don't know any better.
My son came back the other last time and was just wearing his trousers somehow.
On the bottoms.
He said, no, it's down waist. Mommy, it's not sagging. It's down waist. I said, even on a good Sunday morning, just wore it like that, going to serve mass. I said, no, you cannot serve mass. If you don't want to go to church, just stay inside. Let me go. It is peer influence.
Peer influence, yes.
And the day I went to visit, there was something in his name I wanted to correct. He was just tying his trousers like with belt like that, and every other boy I saw in that school just dressed the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. So peer influence.
Yeah.
they will learn and copy
trend.
from others.
Yeah.
But you will continue to show them.
Of course, you have to continue to do the discipline. You know, because one way or the other, they will not forget. They will
after
remember.
this stage now, they will now go back to normal human beings and start thinking. Like if these children are now remanded in prison until they become 21, they will be regretting. Why did I even listen to this?
Had I known.
Some of them now will say, I don't know what happened. It is this person that is beating this person, and then I join. I'm not even among them. I just joined, or they called me to come and join.
Yeah.
You see? So we as parents,
I feel worse for their parents though. I feel worse